Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. Now I'd like to talk about switching from Gmail to a different privacy respecting email provider. I have always been using Gmail for almost my entire life. But if you use Gmail, you are the product. You use it for free because they use your data, they collect your data, they use it for advertisements and stuff. And it's like, why should Google have access to my emails? Why should they have access to my data? Why should why should my data be the product? In the online world, my data is me. So why should I be the product? I can pay some money each year to have a privacy respecting email service. Why not? It's better. So there are a few options here, and of course, first you have to really consider what is the most important thing for you. Is it encryption? Is it just simply privacy? Because if it's just simply privacy, if you don't really care about encryption, you just want to be private. I mean, you don't want your email provider to collect your data, to sell your data, to spy on you, to advertise to you. If you just want to pay some amount of money and you want them to leave your data alone, then you have options like Fastmail. If you know Christopher from YouTube, he's a Linux YouTuber. He also used, or maybe still uses, I don't know, Fastmail. He was or he is very satisfied with them. And what is cool about it is that you get contacts, calendar, tasks. You can schedule things. So all these things can be synchronized among your devices. And this is another thing to consider, because if you don't want to use your email service for contacts, for calendar, for task, and for the synchronization of this, you don't really need to look at these services, because if you only need encryption, there are other options for you. For example, ProtonMail, Tutanota, but we are going to get to them as well. But in my case, I don't really care about encryption because I'm not a secret agent or whatever. I don't have to encrypt my communication. And the other thing about that, the most people I communicate with through email, they don't have a encrypted email provider or email service anyways. So for me, privacy is important. That I pay an amount, some amount of money, and my email provider leaves my data alone. They don't look at my emails. They don't read my emails. They don't mine my data. They don't sell my data, and so on. So I don't want to be the product. I want to pay for the service, because I think this is the right thing to do. Because the problem with Google is that you get awesome, really good services for free, and after some time you just don't even think about your privacy. And if you really think about that, for example, Google has access to your emails, to a lot of data about you. It's like, do you let just random people into your house, and do you allow them to look at the mails, the physical mails that you have got, look at the pictures on the walls or whatever? It's the same in the online world. If your email provider just looks through your email because they collect data, they advertise, and so on, Why should they have access to my emails? It's also the same thing with Windows. You know, they have statistics about how much pictures you have on your Windows computer and so on. Why should they have access to my pictures? No, Microsoft doesn't have any business with my pictures and my personal data. So this is one reason I switched to Linux. But okay, let's go back to emails. Okay, so Fastmail is a good option. Let's have a look at the pricing. You know, this basic package is not very good because 2 GB is, I think it's too little, at least for me. So I would go for the standard package, 50 euros, dollars, but okay, whatever it is in euros, $50 a year. You know, I would happily pay 50 euros or $50 a year and have this much of email storage, have calendar, contacts, tasks, and you can also use your custom domain with this. Okay, and Fastmail is based in Australia and the US. Mailbox, they are based in Germany. They also have the same stuff, so email, calendar, contacts, I think tasks too, and they also have this cloud office. So you have some sort of cloud storage, and you can edit your documents online and so on. It's really like Google Office or Google Docs or something like that. You know, it's nice. I don't really need this feature because I never edit my documents online. If I work on a document, I do it locally on my machine. So, but let's see the pricing. It's in German. Okay, let's see the pricing. Where's the pricing? Where did they hide it? Come on. Come on, guys. Where is the pricing? Am I not seeing it? Or it's not there? Come on. I found it the other day. I can't believe it. Where is pricing, guys? Okay, you know what? Not giving up. Fees and conditions. How do you get here? Okay. Whatever. So we have a minimal package with for €1 per month. And this is just email. If you want this Office cloud storage and stuff like that, for €450 per month, you can have really a lot of email storage and this Office package. So for almost €50, you get a little bit more than with Fastmail, because they don't have this cloud storage Office stuff going on. But as I have said, it's not really important for me, and a lot of people say that it's an advantage if something is based in Germany. I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure about Germany, so for me it's not a plus. Okay, Posteo. It's also based in Germany. The only drawback of Posteo is that they do not support custom domains. So mailbox.org supports custom domains and it's not encrypted. Maybe have the option, I don't know. Fastmail does support custom domains and it's also not encrypted. But as I have said, for me, privacy is more important because encryption just makes things more difficult, as I am going to explain in a few minutes. Okay, Posteo. What the cool stuff about Posteo is that they they only use open source software. It's written somewhere on their homepage, but you know they are a big proponents of and supporters of Linux and open source and everything, and the pricing is also great. Again, where is pricing again? Price list. Okay. Actually, for €1 per month, you get this much of storage, and for 25 cents, you get an additional gigabyte. So, for example, for 2 euros a month, you can have an extra 4 gigabytes. Is it it? Again. Yeah, it is. Okay. So Posteo is great. Actually, I have signed up for it. I tried it for a few weeks. You know, it's good, it's great, but I decided to cancel my subscription because right now I do not need custom domain support, but I could need it anytime. So, and being entirely open source is a huge plus for Posteo. Also, the pricing, you know, it's so affordable. You know, 99% of the people, they just do not think about privacy. They just use Google or whatever. If they just would pay 12 euros per year for their privacy to use a private email service with calendar and contacts synchronization, this world would be a much better place. You know, it's just 12 euros a month. Everybody, I mean, I think almost everybody in the Western world can afford 12 euros a year per year to use a private email service instead of Google or whatever, so that you are not the product. You are not the product, at least for your email provider, and you can also use it for contacts and calendar synchronization. Okay, so much about Posteo. Christopher on YouTube, he also tested Posteo. He was very satisfied with it. One more before Proton Mail. Mailfans. Is it Mailfans? Yes, Mailfans. They are also privacy respecting, so you get privacy for your money. No tracking and so on. Okay, they have encryption. They also have calendar, email, calendar contacts. Okay, here are the plans. So for 250 euros a month, you get 5 gigabytes email storage, 20 gigabytes cloud storage for your documents. So it's also it's like mailbox.org. It's very similar, and it's actually cheaper because Mailbox was 450. But you know, I'm not very much worried about the price because you get a great privacy respecting email service with contacts calendar and everything between 30 and 50 euros per year, and it's not really that much money. You know, if you pay 30 euros per year or 50 euros per year, for most people in the Western world it doesn't really matter that much. So for me it is more important what I which one I like somehow. Okay, I have also tried MailFans, because you can have a free account, but it's very small, so it's really only for trying. I tried it, it works, but somehow I don't like the online interface. I would not use the online interface because I on my phone I use K9 Mail on desktop. Okay, on my desktop I would use Evolution. I don't use it yet, but I would use Evolution on my desktop, and I use K9 Mail on my smartphone. Okay, but this is also a very good option. Okay, if you want encryption, I think the two best options are ProtonMail and Tutanota. I have a free ProtonMail account. I use it for logins. Sign up. Where are the prices? Excuse me. Okay, so for free you get 500 megs of storage. Blah blah blah. Okay, for 50 euros a year, you get 5 gigabytes and so on. So if encryption is important for you, you should definitely go for ProtonMail or Tutanota. I haven't tried Tutanota. Tutanota sounds funny for me, so I don't know. I like ProtonMail much more. I like to have my email to be called ProtonMail and not Tutanota. Your name at tutanota.com. It sounds funny for me, but it must be a great service. Okay. So I use ProtonMail for logins. And actually, if you have a paid account, you have also access to Proton VPN, which is a great VPN service. You can also use it for free. ProtonMail is very good, but my problem with ProtonMail is that they don't have calendar and contact synchronization, and also you cannot just use it with actually you cannot use it with K9 Mail on your phone, and you cannot just use it with Evolution or whatever email client on your desktop because of encryption. They have a breach, or how it's called, for Windows, Linux, and I'm sure for Mac OS also. Because if so, you can use ProtonMail on your desktop, for example on Linux with Evolution or Firefox. No, what is it? Thunderbird or whatever. But the problem is that you need this bridge software, that takes care of the encryption in the background, and this piece of software is in beta. Yeah, for Linux is in beta, and I don't want to I don't want to worry about encryption and bridge software and stuff like that. So I'm not gonna use ProtonMail. I'm gonna upgrade to a paid account. And there is a ProtonMail app for Android, but the problem is that the notifications only work if you have the Google Play services on your phone. Right now, I have Google Play on my phone because it's a it's a OnePlus 6, and as of now there is no official stable Lineage OS support for this one. I hope it's going to come soon, because then I'm going to flash Lineage OS on this one without Google, of course. But right now I have Google Play services on it, and the ProtonMail app works beautifully. But if you don't have it, you don't get notifications. And you can download the ProtonMail app from APK Mirror, I think. So from the ProtonMail website, you cannot just download the APK. You have to download it from APK Mirror. It's a kind of official way to do it. So that's my problem with ProtonMail, is that they don't have calendar, they don't have contacts synchronization, and because of encryption, it's difficult to make it work with your email clients on the phone without the Google Play services, and on the desktop on Linux you need this bridge software, which even if it was stable, I wouldn't want to mess around with, you know, bridge software or whatever. I just need a. Let's go back to Fastmail, because I think I'm going to go for Fastmail. 50 euros or $50 a year, and I get a great email service, and I won't be the product, they won't track me or what the hell, you know. Yeah, Tutanota is similar to ProtonMail, so the encryption is a very important point here. They also have apps, but I wouldn't use it because of the same reasons. I don't want to upgrade my ProtonMail account. So that's what you have to consider. What is more important for you? Encryption or just simple privacy? What is important for you? Is calendar and contacts and task and the synchronization of such things important for you? Is cloud storage and cloud office and the stuff offered by mailbox.org and Mailfans, is it important for you? But I think for most people, a service like and of course, is the support for custom domains important for you? Because I think for most people, Posteo would be the best solution. You know, it's just €1 per month, 2 gigabytes, 25 cents for each additional gigabyte. It's great. Even if you only pay €1 per month and you have 2 gigabytes, if you always delete the email you don't need anymore, you will be fine with 2 gigabytes, I'm sure. And only €12, and you are not the product. You support a company using and supporting open source software, and you really do respect your own privacy. But if you need more, you need custom domain support, you need a little bit more, then you can go for Fastmail, for mailbox.org, for Mailfans, for I have already talked about Posteo. So you have a lot of options, and for Posteo costs €12. The cheapest option of Fastmail costs €30 or dollars, whatever. But I would say between, let's say, 10 and €50 per year, you can get a great email service, and you can get away from Google, from all this data mining, data collection, tracking, advertising. The Gmail and the Google services being free, they are free, but you pay a price. And the problem is that it's so hard to notice this price, because we have gotten so much used to sharing our data online. We don't really care about it, but you really have to consider it like this. In the online world, your data is you, just as in this physical world. In this world that you see, that you can touch, that you can feel, it's you, your stuff, this is yours. But in the online world, your data is you. Your data is your stuff, your property. And if companies they take your data They sell it, they collect it, they analyze it, they advertise to you based on it, they make money off of your data. It's like, I have to say it, it's like you selling yourself to some kind of slavery. Okay, so I think that's why it's very important to find a privacy respecting email service instead of Google, because email is a huge part in our life. And if you can, the more you can get away from Google, from Microsoft and these huge data miners, the world is going to be a better place, I'm sure. Okay, that's it for today, or at least for now. Have a nice evening. Goodbye.